Okay, greetings everyone from Dromund. We are back with another war recap video. Pete the King here. Uh, Dromund had a great war against a French war clan, ASM. We won by 5 stars. They didn't, they put up a good fight, and there were a number of us who had a pretty strong war. Solch and I each had 2 3-star attacks. Forek, Tactician, a number of other people. Another war where just showing the dominance of Valks and their importance. So this is going to run through the 3-star raids here from Town Hall 10. This is a lower level Town Hall 10 that Solch was attacking. And just to show you the power of Valks, he's got level 3 Valks here. This is a lower level Town Hall 10 granted, but he's choosing to go with 3 heals and a poison and a haste. And I think the rage was a good choice, given that he had to deal with the Inferno Towers. Now he's creating the funnel here. Now what's interesting is that you don't have to have a perfect funnel, or you don't need all your troops to go in the middle. And in fact, in this attack here, he's got some of his troops going off on the side, but most of them going in the middle. Although you can see he's got the max Valks running off up in the corner. Now here he's got the heal. Whoa, he's got the heal and the haste, and that takes out those single target Inferno Towers. After that, it's pretty much a base that has Town Hall level 8 defenses and a level 2 Expo, and he's got a level 20 Queen. And it's an interesting attack because here you've got there's troops all over the base, and what happens is the attack just ends up really distracting defenses, where he's got the Queen in one place, Wizards and Valks in a different place. You can see that it's actually a pretty close attack, but well, no, I mean, so right now he's got his team, and I always it's always good to bring wizards, and have some wizards in backup to sort of be part of that team that wraps its way around the base. Because if you don't have a wizard, then you're not going to be able to get through a defense where you have to go through a wall. So now at this point, he's got both of his heroes up. All the Valks are gone. I think he's got a wizard. The Golem is distracting, which is nice because it's distracting that wizard tower. And he is going to be able to take out. Now he's got his Queen in shooting range of these defenses, and it's pretty much over at this point. So that was our best attack of that war, was taking on a lower level Town Hall 10. Nice job, Solch. We've got another one from Solch on the number 4 base, and similar attack. Solch is bringing 2 golems. I mean, this is really, I'm not sure why people have this base design, because it just is screaming for Valks, but they do, so you have to go with the Valks. They're the strongest troop in the game right now. So he's doing a nice job here of creating the funnel. 2 golems. Creating the funnel, I mean, honestly, creating a funnel isn't even that much of a challenge, because the way this base is built, it just drives all the defenses, and all the buildings are inside the base. So the hit points of the buildings are just sucking the Valks inwards, and he's doing a nice job there of healing. The other thing to notice is there's a Lava Hound in the clan castle, which kind of is a bonus when you're attacking with Valks, because once you see that Lava Hound come out of the clan castle, you know that your Valks are not going to get smoked by the clan castle. It's really just going to distract your Queen, but you've got you're good to go in that attack, and you don't have to worry about, you really don't have to kill the Lava Hound. You can just get going and get the Valks in there, because they're strong enough where the Lava Pups, well, they're kind of annoying, but the Lava Hound is not going to kill your troops, and the pups are an annoyance, and that's also why it's good to bring a few wizards. So I mean, his troops just walk around in a circle and just nuke this base. It's really not close. I'm going to speed this up at this point because you can kind of see where this is going. So nice job, Solch. With our second call. So I'm sorry, second 3-star of the war. Here's the base that was my number. This was the first attack. What I saw here was this area where the queen is being just a good place to drop an earthquake spell, and that worked out for me. You can see after I put down that 4th earthquake spell that was huge. That was just the way those walls were placed. It was just a nice break to get those walls organized like that. Lava Hound in the Clan Castle comes out at that point. I'm thinking, okay, I can just focus on building a funnel. For my troops, I don't need to worry about putting wizards on a dragon. My king wanders off to the side, which is annoying because the king is kind of useless. But everybody else goes in the core. You look at how fast those Valks are moving, and you look at these corridors that they can move up and down in. They really bust into that core pretty easily. Now, what I do here is you're going to see, so I heal up in the core. And then at this point, I see my queen getting targeted, and I drop in my back-end hogs. And in this case, I think it was a good deployment because it keeps my queen alive. And it kind of frees up the Valks. And then what happens here is cool because the Valks and the hogs, because there's no walls, the Valks are almost moving as fast as the hogs down that corridor there in the back of that base. And even though the hogs beat the Valks, they're kind of moving the same direction, and it's just sweet because it's just distracting the troops. And nobody knows what to shoot at because there's so many things going on at once. So at this point, I've got like 8 Valks left, and my queen. King died a while ago, but there's like 8 Valks, and boom, 3-star. So I was pretty happy with that because it had been kind of a dry well for a while. So let's go to the next 3-star. You're going to see a similar attack here. This was on number 6. This was also a first attack, and you're going to see a similar plan here where once you drop an earthquake spell, I open up pretty much wide corridors. You look at that corridor that goes around the clan castle there, and I dropped some minions here to help build the funnel. I'm a little worried. I brought 8 wizards and minions, and I brought fewer Valks because I was worried about creating a funnel. Lure out the clan castle again, see the Lava Hound come out, and when you're doing a mass Valk attack and you see a Lava Hound come out, it's just like, yeah, bonus. Because at this point, again, I can just focus. I don't have to focus on killing the dragon. I don't have a poison spell either, by the way, which is what I'm really focused on. I'm really worried about killing the dragon. And when I see it's a Lava Hound, then I'm thinking, okay, this is pretty good. So get a good funnel built, get the Valks into the middle. Here, this time the king goes in. And what's good here is that I think in the past I've been dropping my first heal spell too early. What's good here is that the heal spell got some use out of it. I dropped my first heal spell, then the second heal spell. And that's because of all the DPS and in the middle of that base with the Teslas. So second, they get a fair amount of use out of that. I drop in my back end hogs because I'm just concerned about, again, my queen getting taken out by those corner defenses, and don't get a lot out of the hogs because they run into a spring trap. But what happens here is that there's a nice sort of path where the defenses are distracted because you've got it coming at it from 2 angles. The queen's coming at this in the middle, and you've got the Valks, Wizards, and King on the outside, and they just sort of squeeze this pressure point where you've got, oh yeah, and I saved him. Is that a heal? Yeah, that was my last heal, which was kind of critical for keeping everybody going for that last stretch of the base. And once I get through, once those troops break through and get into this compartment, it's pretty much game over because the Valks are moving so fast, and I have so many of them. And I've also got wizards, and I saved a wizard for the back, which you'll see I drop here. It's because the idea is to, sort of while the defense are distracted. So I drop the wizard, and it's pretty much game over at that point for that raid. So just gonna speed it up. So that was cool. So another Valk attack, Tactician. This is cool because it's a different type of attack. This is the Tailor, and it's refreshing. Honestly, at this point, it's just good to remember which attacks work post update, and it's nice to see the GoHo attack working on a base like this on the Tailor, where he brings a P.E.K.K.A, so that's kind of cool to see something besides a Valk coming out. P.E.K.K.A with a kill squad. This attack should be pretty straightforward. He should be coming in and taking out the queen. I'm assuming he's going to drop a jump pretty soon to get into the core. What I would expect, yep, put the jump right there. Everybody goes in the core, and then you basically go, and what I do is, and he does what I would do, which is you bring in hogs from either side, from the north and the south, and you drop a heal spell in each sort of targeted area. And so in theory he should be doing okay. He chooses to go in from the east side, which is cool, but you go in from two sides, and then basically at that point then you just squeeze off, you just overwhelm that remaining corner. So the Tailor, it's nice to see a traditional GoHo attack here. And I'm going to speed up because at this point, like once you see you've got that many hogs alive, he's got the queen, the P.E.K.K.A, and it's game over, and it's just clean up at this point. And fortunately, he's got enough hogs in the can to finish up the raid. I think the only risk with a GoHo, which I had this happen in my town hall, they kind of running out of time if you don't have enough hogs left. That's my dog, presumably barking at the UPS truck. So that's cool. So good job, Tactician. So let's move to number 8. This is Forek, and Forek is going to bring it with a mass Valk. His variance here is, it looks like he's got 2 golems, and he's got a jump spell, 2 poisons. So he brings out the kill squad, builds a funnel. He's a little more, he does not lure. I'm kind of conservative with luring just because of some bad experiences I've had with dragons. Okay, so interesting use of the jump spell there to get into that quadrant of the base. So it looks like he's got the Valks going in there, and again, this attack is effective because he's got troops spread out the base that are distracting the defenses. The walls here in this base are pretty low, so the Valks are just moving through them. Good use of the back end hogs there. Let's see how far they make it. Let's see what he gets out of these hogs. Yeah, pretty nice. He's got, again, it's nice to drop the hogs in when the defenses are targeting the Valks, because hogs can just take out the defenses at that point. So again, looks like he's getting just a lot of use out of the back end hogs. They took out quite a few defenses, which is nice. He's got, what has he got? Oh, his queen went down at some point, which is too bad. But oh yeah, this is kind of a little bit of a come behind win here because he's got no queen, but he's got these wizards. The wizards are coming from the other side of the base, and they come in and smoke the last defenses. So it's kind of key either to have wizards or the queen to take out those defenses that you're perimeter, what I would call the perimeter squad, can't reach because they're inside, or they're on the outside of the wall. So it's nice to have wizards. Okay, so that was Forek on the number 8 base. Usually, now we've got Cal. So again, people are starting to get the hang of Valks, and he drops an earthquake, and that's nice because that just really opens things up. I'm just speeding this up at this point. If a base like this is just a good call using hogs. Nice job placing a haste spell there. When you've got these a base like this where you've got these open lanes that Valks can run down, it is game on for the Valks because they just move up and down with no walls to slow them down. You can see at this point what's he got left. He's got it's getting a little close, but he's got wizards. He's got a ton of wizards, and he's got some Valks. And that Tesla's going down, and the next Tesla's going down. And there's one more Tesla to go. And Cal has got a 3-star. Nice job, Cal. 3-starring his own number. Pretty cool stuff. We had a lot of that this war. People were on their game. Okay, let's move on to the next Town Hall 9 attack here. Oh, and this is cool. We've got an attack from Retiv, which is Forek's mini. And this is interesting because he's doing a Laloon, which is kind of cool. And he's doing a Laloon without bothering to kill either the queen, or he's just putting poison on the... Oh, you know what? He did this by mistake. He dropped a Lava Hound by accident and just went with the loon part of the raid and then did the kill squad after, which is usually pretty... usually doesn't work out. But Forek, I'm going to speed this up because this takes a while. But essentially what happens is the Laloon part of the raid guts the exterior defenses. And the kill squad, this is a cool attack. The kill squad, look at this. Look at what he's got left. He's got minions. His queen is down. Look at what's left. Usually, at this point of a raid, you would think, man, there's no way. All he's got is minions and a golem. And they get the 3-star. So... kudos for Forek for recovering and getting basically a reverse backflip Golaloon that turns into a 3-star, which is pretty cool. Now here's Revan, which is Pono's mini, and he's going to go with dragons. So let's see how this works. I'm going to speed this up. So he's doing the double zap quake, where all he's going to do is, I'm assuming what he's doing here is I think he smoked, yep. So he smokes 2 air defenses, and yeah, grounded expos, bad idea. Grounded expos, and then sends in the king to deal with the queen, and he's got grounded expos, and he smokes 2 of the air defenses. That Tesla's a little bit of a distraction, and the air sweeper's kind of a pain. So that, but what's good is that air defense is pretty much targeting those loons instead of the dragons. And then there we go, and he's got his 3-star. At that point, it's game over. So nice job with Revan on that base. And then we are going to go with Tommy. And Tommy makes an appearance here in our video with a 3-star using Valks. he's got level 1 Valks and level 1 Golems and level 7 heroes, but wisely brings a heal spell. So again, you've got a base with, it's a Town Hall 9 base, but it's got pretty weak defenses and weak walls. So he drops his first rage, which doesn't quite hit the mark here. He drops a jump spell, and that works. That gets a bunch of people into the core, and then a rage, and then you can see at that point he starts dominating the base. And another heal. And is that a haste spell? I think so. And nice job. He just basically, this strategy works when you can gut the core, get your troops into the core and gut the core, and then have the rest of your army, what's left, walk around the perimeter and pick off the defenses, just like we see here. And nice job, Tommy, with the 3-star. So there we go. I'm going to show my attack on 13 of a Town Hall 8 base, just because I'm happy about this attack because of the way in which I placed the heal spells. And what you're going to see here is heal spells that were placed pretty much on each giant bomb location. And so to me, it took me about a year to figure out how to do hog attacks. And finally, in Town Hall 8, I'm figuring it out. And then had to figure out how to kill the clan castle all over again with the update. Here I poisoned the dragon, send in a kill squad, send in some wizards. So that's like a quadrant of the base that my kill squad's in, where taking out the defense, I send a couple of Valks and the king in and my king. And then what I do here is send in hogs into each quadrant, and then I place a heal spell, because this is a second attack, so I can see where the bombs are, and I pre-heal the giant bomb locations, and then I send in the max hogs. And so this attack worked, and it worked. I was worried about the king being in the middle of the base along with all those Teslas, but it's amazing when you pre-heal hogs in Town Hall 8, when you pre-heal a single giant bomb, and you've got level 4 hogs and level 6 hogs, and you can account for the giant bombs with heal spells, you're good to go. And that's what we see in this attack here. So don't usually show Town Hall 8 attacks, but this was the top Town Hall 8 attack, and it was my cleanup attack, and I just want to show that. So great job to everybody in DK. I think people are getting the hang of getting used to the post-update game, and definitely getting the hang of how to play and use hogs, and, well, most importantly, how to use Valks. So good job, everybody. And this is Pete the King signing off. See you soon.